Hey, what's up? This is Michael Marquez and I'm the Tequila Scout. Today we'll be talking about the different ways on how to drink tequila. And is there a right way to drink tequila and is there a wrong way to drink tequila? Alright, so let's cover a little bit of the well-known ways of how to drink tequila. The first way is to take a shot with salt and lime. Alright, that's pretty simple. Secondly is a margarita, either blended or on the rocks. Third is you mix the tequila. You mix it with soda water, orange juice, pineapple juice, whatever it is, you mix it in. And lastly, you have the neat way, the neat or over ice. So those are the different ways you can drink tequila. Now, let's kind of dive a little bit deeper on why we drink the tequilas the way we do. Alright, so I know the shirt and the background, a little crazy going on here, but let's break down the very first way on how to drink tequila. That's taking shots. Even if you've never taken a tequila shot before, someone may have bought it for you at a party, a club, a bar, or someone has forced you to do it, and even if you've never done it before, you're like, oh, I hate tequila, you'd be like, oh, alright, I'll take it, but do you have salt and lime to go with that? So what I've noticed about salt and lime, at least what I've read online, is that salt and lime actually came from America. It was not necessarily something that the Mexicans or people in Mexico used to do. It's just that it was more adopted because the Americans or the people who were trying to drink tequila weren't used to that kind of bite that tequila gave you. And usually, I don't know, have you ever seen people taking tequila shots, they're squinting their eyes, they're like, oh God, this is horrible. So the salt and lime will help offset that kind of alcoholic bite, maybe giving you that little salty flavor and that lime flavor to kind of like, you know, trick your palate a little bit. Typically people who do tequila shots are just doing it straight for fun. There is no other reason why you should be doing a tequila shot unless you're ready to get hammered or that the party started.
Hey, help me out.
I think of a tequila shot just like an EDM song where the beat's about to drop, you know, the DJ is about to build up the song and then the beat drops and the party starts jumping, everyone starts dancing. That is what a tequila shot is, or any shot for that matter. It's just to get something going, it makes it fun, people are like, oh that was disgusting, oh let's just do it again, oh I'll buy the next round or something, but that's just what it gets the party started. Now for the tequila aficionados, would pretty much cringe if there was really a double añejo and someone was just slamming double añejo shots. Unless you were some sort of baller and an insane person, that is probably the only way you would do tequila shots is for your wells or your medium grade, maybe blancos. You could do reposados. Necessarily wouldn't do añejos. You couldn't really enjoy it. Anyways, let's take a look at the next one. All right, so the next way to drink tequila is a margarita. Whether you blend it or you put it on the rocks, you salt the rim of the glass and garnish it with a lime. It's a nice refreshing way to drink tequila. Now, I wouldn't necessarily put high-end tequilas like your double añejos or your extra añejos or your just those really nice Clase Azules in the margarita mix. I would suggest more of like a mixto. Those are the tequilas. They're not really called tequilas, they're called mixtos for a reason because they're only 51% blue agave and the rest are different sugar alcohols and coloring and all that stuff. Or, you know, say like your cheaper tequilas, like your Two Fingers or your legados, like the ones that I reviewed before. Those are great to put in a blender, mix it with ice, mix it with margarita mix, and it's a really good way for people to enjoy tequila without having that bite again, but having it nice and cold and refreshing, get that sour and sweet and salty lime flavors in it, and you can also mix it with like strawberries or mangoes to give it that kind of flavors. I know there's a place out here called Camposanos that makes great margaritas. Every time it comes out, I'm always trying to try one, but I can't have it because sugar makes me glow and I'm Asian, so I get those Asian glows. But regardless, margaritas is a pretty good way to drink tequila, especially on a hot summer day, or even if you're on vacation or something. I think margaritas are a great way to do it, but once again, don't suggest the high-end tequilas to mix into those things. Mostly just your blancos, even a reposado, but not your higher tier, more your mid-tier and your lower end kind of tequilas. All right, next is drinking tequila mixed. So you either drink it with soda water, orange juice, pineapple juice, you can do it with Mexican mules, or however you like. this is probably one of the most common ways I see people drink tequila, especially in restaurants and bars, clubs. I typically see this because, you know, maybe someone wants to sip on a drink that's bigger than a shot, or they just don't want to be drinking super expensive tequilas at these bars and clubs. I mean, that's what I do when I go out. I go out and I go, hey, let me get a well tequila. Does it say tequila on the bottle? Yes? Okay, cool. I'll do that with soda water and lime. It's just something a little more refreshing, light, it's not heavy, and I can't really do the sugars. Like I said before, I'm Asian, so I glow when sugar pretty much comes into my body. I start glowing red. Also, I think one of the biggest things I do with mixed soda water is because it doesn't give me a hangover the next day. I don't really get a terrible hangover. I guess it depends on how much you drink, right? But generally, I think this is probably one of my favorite ways to do it. A lot of people do it. It's just probably easier to you know, socialize and sip, and you're just sitting there. You're back behind the bar drinking. You know, drinking with a cup. You point in. You're talking to your homies. You hitting up that girl over there. And it's just easier to do, and it lasts a little bit longer. May not get you as drunk as quick, but I don't know. What is your goal when you go out and drink? Are you just there to socialize? You there to get hammered? I mean, I don't know. Are you in a fraternity or not? I mean, it all really depends on what you want to do, but I feel like mixing tequilas, especially the lower end tequilas, mid-grade, that's why I said I only get the wells. I don't get the higher end stuff again, like the Casamigos or anything like that. If your bartender or server or whoever else is actually serving you the drinks and they stop you from mixing good tequila, that's a good bartender. They are absolutely looking out in your best interest, and they know tequila, and make sure you tip them very well because of that. But all right, so that's the mixed drink section. I really think that people do that just to socialize, just to have something to drink while they're doing it. Maybe they want to drink tequila but without the bite again, so they mix orange juice. Or if you're on a tropical vacation, so you're in Cabo San Lucas, you're in an all-inclusive resort, you're in a pool that's up to your chest, you just want to be sipping and looking around, you have your party hat on and you're drinking, the other people are laughing and all that stuff. I don't know, get pineapple juice, make yourself feel a little more tropical, whatever it is. All right, so let's go to the very last one, and which is, I think, is probably one of my favorites. We'll check it out right now. All right, so the last way of drinking tequila is sipping it neat or on the rocks. I think this is one of the best ways to really appreciate how the tequila is made, from the way that it was cut down by the humidors, from the way it was processed, fermented, then barreled in that oak aged barrel for what, 2+ years. I'm drinking it Herradura and Yeho right now. I really get that. I really appreciate the whole process and how it's done. Now, some people put ice in it, and sure, it may dilute it a little bit. You still get the flavors, but I like my tequila completely untouched. I want it pure in its pure form. I don't want any salt, lime, mixers, anything like that, especially for a nice añejo, extra añejo, or one of your nicer blancos, your clase azules and such. So I think this is a really, really nice way to really sit down, maybe with a cigar, or maybe with friends in a nice, leather couch lounge, or something like that. I think that's a really great way of enjoying tequila, is through sipping it slowly, gently, really tasting the full embodied flavor of the tequila process from each different companies like Herradura, or your Jose Cuervo 1800s, Espolons, whatever that may be. Now, to wrap this all up, however you drink tequila, that's all up to you. There is actually no right or wrong way to drink tequila, as long as you like to drink tequila. It's just the way that you decide to do it. I think it's definitely in the moment. I've done all four. Now, I would probably rank mixing tequila as my #1 way of drinking tequila because that's where I'm introduced to it the most. I'm always at the bars, I'm always at the clubs, I'm always at something like that, and that's where I decided to choose drinking tequila. Or if I'm at a restaurant or a nicer restaurant, shoot, I'll take one of these. Or if I'm at home, I'm drinking it neat. That's mostly how I do it at home by myself. I'm drinking it neat, and that's just the kind of the way to do it. So with that said, how about you put your comments below on how you like to drink tequila? Love to hear your thoughts, and there's a new way of drinking tequila that I have no idea about, like maybe putting in your ear or something. Put it down in the comments below. Love to figure that out, but thanks and love tequila.